a map that represents India's monsoon, and if you can see carefully that during the month of May and June, that is roughly the time of summer solstice, the sun is directly overhead the Tropic of Cancer. The sun is directly overhead Tropic of Cancer, or we can also say that the intertropical convergence zone is present at the Tropic of Cancer. What does that mean? It means that the winds from the southern hemisphere will be brought to the northern hemisphere and they will reign as the Indian monsoon winds. So now you can see that I will try to explain it to you from this particular diagram here. So in this particular diagram, you can see that the sun is directly overhead the Tropic of Cancer that passes through India. And since it is the time of summer, the ITCZ is no more located near the equator. It is present at its extreme position, which is the Tropic of Cancer. Now if you see the trade winds coming from the southern hemisphere, they are deflected the moment they come to the northern hemisphere. They are deflected in the clockwise direction due to the presence of Coriolis force, which causes the deflection of any object in the right hand side direction in the northern hemisphere. So when the southern hemisphere winds enter as trade winds to the northern hemisphere, they are deflected by the Coriolis force and they strike the western parts of India as Indian monsoon, starting from the southernmost western point, which is the coast of Malabar, somewhere in the last months, the last week of May or early June. So this is the time when India gets its break of southwest monsoon. Okay. Now you can see that this part here is the Arabian Sea branch of monsoon. This is the Arabian Sea branch of monsoon. Now there are winds in this direction also, which are known as the Bay of Bengal branch of monsoon. Bay of Bengal branch of monsoon. Now this entire phenomenon of the southwesterly winds coming into India as monsoon winds is known as advancing monsoon or the southwest monsoon. Advancing monsoon or the southwest monsoon. However, this gives India only 80% of the rainfall. 80% of the rainfall. The remaining rainfall comes from retreating monsoon that we are going to see after this shortly. Okay. Now certain parts of India such as Tamil Nadu here will not receive the rainfall during the summer months, that is during the month of May and June. Okay. So now what will happen is, now the ITCZ is on its downward descent, or let's say the sun is traveling further southwards. It comes to the equator and then advances towards the Tropic of Capricorn in the southern hemisphere. Tropic of Capricorn in the southern hemisphere, and it is present directly overhead the Tropic of Capricorn in the months of August to September. So now when this ITCZ shifts southwards, you can see that ITCZ is no more present here and it is shifting southwards towards the equator. Now since it is shifting towards the equator, the northeast the northeasterly winds are now bringing rainfall to India. Okay, so this is what is known as the retreating monsoon. Retreating monsoon. It's like the monsoon when it is in its retreating state. Okay, or it is known as northeast monsoon. Northeast monsoon, and the sun is not present directly overhead the Tropic of Cancer anymore. It is present somewhere at the Tropic of Capricorn. It is present somewhere at the Tropic of Capricorn, as a result of which all the winds from the northern hemisphere are being brought further down to the south, and that is how India gets its retreating monsoon. This monsoon is responsible for 20% of rainfall to India, particularly states such as Tamil Nadu and certain parts of Andhra Pradesh. This is also known as winter rainfall in India. Winter rainfall in India. Whereas the erstwhile case that you saw of advancing or the southwest monsoon is known as summer rainfall in India.
Hello, good evening. Today I am going to explain indeterminate form of limit. So actually you can see it here, there are 7 kinds of indeterminate form of limit. 0 by 0, infinity by infinity, third one infinity minus infinity, then infinity into 0, then 0 into 0, then infinity by 0, and last but not least 1 to the power infinity. Now question arises, why this is called indeterminate form? See, actually there is a contradiction in a statement here. How? 0 by 0. See, as you know, if something is in numerator is coming with 0, then whole term will become equal to 0. Fine. So this 0 will say, if I am coming with any number, I will make it 0. Even this 0 which is in denominator, okay, will say if any number is coming with me, I will make it infinite. So there is contradiction in both numerator and denominator. Okay, that's why this is an indeterminate form. Let's come to this one, infinity by infinity. This numerator infinity will say, if I am coming in numerator, I will make everything infinity. This denominator infinity will say, if I am coming in denominator, I will make everything 0, because as you know, any number divided by infinity is equal to what? 0. So there is a contradiction in both numerator and denominator infinity. Similarly, let's come here, infinity minus infinity. This infinity will say, if you are adding me to anything or subtracting me to anything, I will remain infinity only. This infinity will say, if you are subtracting me from any number, I will make it minus infinity. So again there is a contradiction between both the infinity. Let's come here, infinity into 0. So here this infinity will say, if you are multiplying me by any number, I will make it infinity. This 0 will say, if you are multiplying me by any number, if you are multiplying me by any number, I will make it 0. Similarly here, infinity to the power 0. This infinity will say, this infinity, if you are like putting me in here, then I will make it always infinity. This 0 will say, if I am coming as an index, I will make it 1. So still there is contradiction. Now let's come to 1 to the power infinity. See, 1 to the power infinity, what happens if number is slightly more than 1? And to the power infinity, again it will become infinity. Like example, if I have like 1.00009 to the power infinity, what I will get? It will tend to infinity. Fine. Similarly, if I have any number slightly less than 1, like 0.99999 to the power infinity, what I will get? 0. So again there is a contradiction here. Fine, that's why all these 7 are called indeterminate form of infinity. So we have 7 kinds of indeterminate form of infinity. Now question arises, how to solve it? Fine. So there are some method of solving this kind of infinity. So I'm going to start with how to solve 1 to the power infinity format. See, if I have like this, limit x tending to 0, x plus 1 plus x to the power 1 by x, like 1 plus x raised to the power 1 by x is equal to what? Exponential. Now question arises how it comes. Fine. So in order to solve this, what I will do, I will write here, see, I have x plus 1 to the power 1 by x. I can write it like this: exponential log of 1 plus x to the power 1 by x. Fine. Now I can take this along this side. So this will become limit x tending to 0, 1 by x log of 1 plus x. Fine. Now as you know, exponential expansion, e to the power x is equal to what? 1 plus x square by 2 factorial plus x square by 3 factorial and so on. So in place of x I got this one. So once I expand this, I will be getting like this. Or even instead of doing like this, I can expand the even log of 1 plus x also. So what is expansion of log of 1 plus x? Log of 1 plus x I am going to expand. It's like this: x minus x square by 2 plus x cube by 3. Like this it will keep on going. Fine. So if I substitute this value here, what I will get? So our limit will be, I will write it here, x tending to 0, and this value here, it will become 1 by x into x minus x square by 2 plus x cube by 3 minus like this, and exponential will remain here. Fine. Now once I take x common here, what I will get? I will be getting limit x tending to 0, 1 by x. I will take x common here. So I got here 1 minus x by 2 plus x square by 3 minus like this, it will keep on going. Cancel x and x. So I got, and substitute x equal to 0 now. What you will get? 1, rest of the term will be 0. So I got here e to the power 1, so E answer. Fine. So whenever I have limit x tending to 0, 1 plus x to the power 1 by x is equal to what? Exponential. Fine. Similarly, like I can extend this, and on this basis so many questions can be solved. Suppose that if I have like this, if I have like this, limit x tending to a f of x is equal to 1, and limit x tending to a g of x is equal to infinity, then limit x tending to a f of x to the power g of x is equal to limit x tending to a, I will be getting gx into f of x minus 1. This is the formula, and by using this we can solve so many sums by using this. Fine. Example, if I have like this, limit x tending to 0, 1 plus sin x to the power 1 by 4x. So what is fx here? Fx is 1 plus sin x. Fine. What is gx here? 1 by 4x. So as per, sorry, here I forgot to write, here exponential will come. So here same thing. What is fx here? 1 plus sin x, because this is becoming 1. What is gx here? 1 by 4x. This is tending to infinity as x tend to 0. So this I can write from this formula, limit x tending to 0 e to the power, what is gx here? 1 by 4x. What is fx minus 1? 1 plus sin of x minus 1. Cancel this. So you got here limit x tending to 0, and you will be getting here sin x by 4x. Fine. So what you will get? See, as you know, limit x tending to 0, sin x by x is equal to 1. So this value will be 1. So you got 1 by 4.
As we all know that English language has got of importance in every aspects of our life. So here, to speak English language, we need a bit of grammatical structure which makes perfect English. So here, first and the foremost thing is, if you have got to say a sentence also, the sentence is formed by many words, okay, and many words put together makes a sentence, and each word has got its own importance. That is, here sentence is made using many words. Each word has a specific use or function. So according to the words are classified into 8 parts known as parts of the speech, and they are as follows, like noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction and interjection. Now each one has got its own importance. Noun, as you all know, that is the name of person, place, animal or thing. Again, this noun is classified into 5 kinds. 5 kinds. You have proper noun, common noun, collective noun, material noun and abstract noun. Again, pronoun is used instead of a noun, wherein if you are saying Ramya is a clever girl, she is 6 years old. So instead of Ramya, we are using she, which is called as pronoun, used instead of a noun. Then verb, the same girl. Ramya sings very well. Again it comes to verb. Adverb, verb shows action. Adverb shows how this particular action is made. Okay, for example, Ramya sings sweetly. Okay, adjective, Ramya is a clever girl. Clever shows what quality, what is the quality that she is having. Again, preposition, Ramya is standing in front of her teacher. In front of. Ramya's house is near the lane. Okay, that is one. Then in preposition also you have in, at, all this. Okay. Then also conjunction. You use and but. Ramya is honest but lazy. So you are using and but. Again, interjection is used to say the feelings, expresses the sudden feelings. It can be happiness, it can be sadness, whatever it is. So now let us start from this. I have given you each what is its importance in the language and the using of the language. Now let us start with kinds of noun. Okay, now kinds of noun. Kinds of noun. This is, first is proper noun. Proper noun, which has been used, you say that when you are naming a particular person, place, animal or thing. Like you say Calcutta is a big city. Calcutta, that means only Calcutta. If I am saying Raju is a intelligent boy, then only Raju. So I am particular that. So Raju and Calcutta. Raju is the name of a person, Calcutta is the name of a city. Yeah. So that is particular. Then common noun. If I am saying Abdul is a good king, there are many books in the library. So books and king, they are common. That is common noun. Second one is common noun. Common noun. For example, you can say pen, book. Okay, here you can say bag. What kind of bag? Here you can say name. You can say Raju. You can say Calcutta, name of the city, anything. Then comes collective noun. When something is told collectively as one, a herd of animals. See, collective noun. It's a told collectively, together. For example, you say bunch of flowers, a bunch of flowers, a bunch of flowers, bunch. a bunch of geese, herd of cattle. So where will I write? I'll repeat out this. Okay, bunch of geese, herd of cattle. Herd of cattle. An army of soldiers. Army of soldiers. Then fourth one is material noun. Material noun. Here material noun is we use with what kind of material? For example, jewelry is made of gold or silver, whatever it is. Okay, so gold and silver, that is materialistic. Material noun. Abstract noun, where you have the feelings. For example, the state of mind is an honest person. Abstract noun. The fifth one is abstract noun. The state of one second. The state. What kind of state it is? Honesty. Honesty. This is the different states of noun. Now here also you have what is called as slavery. These are the kinds of noun. Hope all of you have understood what is a sentence and how it is coming to the parts of the speech. And every sentence, for example, if you just say one sentence also that Ramya is a clever girl, Ramya is the name, like subject, verb, object, whatever you have, it is called as subject, verb and object. So that is what they are saying that. So subject, Ramya, name of a person, is auxiliary verb, which is the helping verb, and clever is the adjective. What kind? Girl again is a common.
Wide network of training academies across the country. This has helped thousands of candidates to get themselves trained, compete and succeed in their endeavor becoming a defense officers. During the last 2 decades, we have created thousands of successes. This was possible because we have gathered a legendary pool of ex-SSB qualified and experienced trainers. As the famous saying goes, no good carpenter can do carpentry without proper tools. And then, in order to bring the best out of these faculties, the next biggest challenge was to create the right kind of training facilities, both indoor and outdoor.
Cavalier India at Bangalore is the corporate office. Here we have all the infrastructure required to train a candidate to succeed in the assessment.
I am Commander Prakash, who has been ex-Deputy President of 12 SSP Bangalore and have adequate experience on training candidate for joining Defence Forces.
I'll be introducing you to Cavalier India. Cavalier India is the leading academy for training youth to join the defense services, be it in Army, Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard, including paramilitary forces. We conduct a 14-day package consisting of the interviewing officers package, the group testing officers package, and psychologist package.